It's been said that our environment is in a serious state, and that if the elements that contribute to climate change continue, we will eventually reach a point where the damage that has been done so far will become irreversible. But at the same time, it's also been said that these dangers of climate change have been greatly exaggerated, and a few argue that these risks don't even exist at all. I'm Jeff Vespasiani for Centennial College's The Journal. Climate change is a source of intense debates among parties of vastly different opinions, each as passionate about the subject as the other. The politics of climate change are, of course, no different.
Global warming, or the warming of the planet, is what's causing the sharp swings. But the sharper the swings become, the bigger the disasters in our economies. This is why you have things like the cyclone the huge cyclone that hit Bangladesh. The water levels are going up.
Liberal MP Maria Mina is one of the people who feels it's a threat. She's a strong supporter of the Kyoto Protocol. For those of you who don't know what the Kyoto Protocol is, the Kyoto Protocol is basically an agreement from the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC, for countries that ratify it to reduce their emissions of greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change.
The Kyoto Protocol was signed by the majority of countries, with the exception of, I think, the United States did not sign, Russia didn't sign. And since then, the United States has been trying to derail the Kyoto Protocol. We ratified it in Canada, and then, of course, we had the provinces to cope with, because the provinces did, especially Alberta, at the time Ontario, Harris, were not interested in participating. So it took Canada a couple of years to actually ratify it properly. That's primarily because in Canada, you cannot implement certain international agreements without having also the provinces on board, especially when those agreements include things that are provincial jurisdiction. In any case, we did.
But not every country supports it, and they have their reasons why. There are some who believe that the Kyoto Protocol does not go far enough in achieving its goals. Still others believe that the goals it sets are unrealistic and too optimistic, and that the cost of achieving them would outweigh the benefits. Still others believe it to be an inefficient agreement that would do little towards actually curbing greenhouse gases. And it's not just people skeptical of climate change that say this. Some environmental economists have said this as well.
See, one of the major myths of the people who are anti-climate change, they say that it doesn't exist, it's all a fiction, and all of that. One of the major scary mongering that they do is to say that it would destroy our economy, it would kill jobs, it would Canada would become a basket case and all of that. And you hear this. This was said a lot by the current Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, by his people, and I think to a great extent they still believe that today, because this is why they're doing nothing. The reality is that it's not true. Actually, if we talk to a lot of large companies, even oil companies, who are implementing aggressively climate change, if a green environment, green industries would actually create jobs. The new technologies and the new environmental innovation that Canada could be developing, should have been developing up until now, which it could then share and sell around the world, would be phenomenal. It actually, with a proper green plan, would actually create jobs in our country, would create quality jobs, and at the same time it would certainly save our environment.
Despite criticisms, climate change remains an important issue no matter where you stand on the spectrum. For Centennial, The Journal, I'm Jeff Vespasiani.
Alright, well, it's about that time again to wrap things up. It was really nice to have you guys stop by. I hope we meet again very soon. You know that time, you know that place, you know the site, so don't be a stranger. To view these stories and more stuff off the Journal, feel free to visit Centennial On Demand or YouTube us. Add us to your favorite and tell your friends. The Journal 2.0 is where it's at. I'm Danielle Jarrett-Fish, and here is West End Riot one last time. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Take it away, guys.
I'm stuck in your head. There's a riot, we're brewing in the West End. It's just a couple of suburban kids looking for something new. Your bar teenagers gonna sound right. You just for something to do. Right, 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 right on the West End. Right, 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 right on the West End. We got a pack of matches, let around show. We light the fires, we light the bombs. We do explosions, we shatter glass. We sing a chorus, we write songs. It was just a couple of suburban kids looking for something new. Lots of you niggas gonna start a run. We just want something to do. Right, 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 right on the West End. Tonight, there's a riot with the West End. We're locked up coming, so come on, join in.